If you are just joining, you're welcome. You're welcome to this session. You're welcome to this live. Please give a thumbs up if you're just joining. Please give a thumbs up if you are just joining. You're welcome to our live Excel training section. If you're just joining, please give a thumbs up. If you're just joining, give a thumbs up. If you're just joining, give a thumbs up. If you're just joining our section. If you're joining, give a thumbs up. If you're just joining, let's make it interactive. Chat box interactive. Before we commence, please give a thumbs up. And where are you? Please let's indicate where we are watching from. So this is an Excel live practical project. So like we'll be doing this close to a month, whereby I come to live to explain some basic thing on data analysis and data science. So I told us in previous sections, there will be a time that we'll be looking at it step by step. We'll be looking at how we can approach projects, how we can projects. So today will be our first section. These basics. So this is mostly for people that have not done anything on. So, and those that are also on one or two, they can also benefit from this section. Every one of us can benefit from this section. Like I said, these are first live practical projects. We've not been doing practical projects. We've been doing explaining the advantage and disadvantage and types of data analysis. So in this section, we'll move deep into it. Then I'll try to make it clear and understanding for every one of us in this section. Like I said, all you need to do if you have not subscribed to this channel, so sometimes you're left out, try to subscribe, then follow the anytime we're doing something like this. You may not need to always expect message, so you can just see the notification that that there's a program that is coming up. Okay, so if you have not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and comment, also like, share the live to people that you feel that they will learn one or two things from this section. So our last Wednesday, we talked about project. So I was explaining how to approach projects, what you need to do before doing any projects. That's what I did the last we met. So I feel that most of us have gone through that video. For you to move into the practical aspect, you have to understand what a project is and what is the aim, what is the goal of that project. You need to understand the goal, you need to understand the aim, you need to understand the purpose of that project before you start working on any, which I explained the last section. So if you are not following us or you've not watched my video before, you can go back to my platform and pick the video and watch it and listen to what we're signing. You picking up a project, starting up a project, what you should do before you start up any projects. So in this live section, like what we're going to be doing in this live session is going deep into how to approach a project. So I sent a data set to some set of people. Why I do that, I want people to be intentional what they are just be doing it like random. I want people that have zeal to actually put this data analysis to work. That's why I have to look at those ones that are serious about it, then able to communicate with them, then send data set. So if you don't have the data set, you can also communicate to the WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group, so it will forward it to you or move on. So the data set we are using, can open it. The data set we are using, can open it. The data set we are using, can open it. The data set. Okay. Okay. Hope you all can hear me. Please, if you can hear me, give a thumbs up. Hope you all can hear me. Please, if you hear me, give a thumbs up. Hope you all can hear me. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So let's how that we're going to be making use of. So this is the data set you'll be using. If you have this, you can comment that you have it. So first, take a look at it and let me know if you have it on the comment. So this is the file we're going to be making use of now. Like I say, if you have it, let me know it so we can move on. And if you have any question as we proceed, if you have any question as we proceed, please you can drop your question on the section so I can attend to it. Because some of the things we'll be doing for those that are just new in data analysis, for those that are new in it, you have like a little challenge in what we are going to be doing now. But if you have any question, and also if you like to do a master program with me, you can chat me up or you can message me. So you can enroll in any of our program. Have the professional, so you can enroll as a full data analyst course. For the master class, we have Python, Excel, SQL, AI, Tableau, and so on. Then for the professional part, Excel, SQL, and Power BI. So as you're enjoying the life, if you want to have a full um, knowledge of Excel, also you have a full knowledge of SQL, Power BI, Python, and so on. Want to have a full knowledge of machine learning, you can reach out to me or reach out to techtrinity.com. So see it from there. So let's move on. Let's dive into what we have today. Like I said, we'll be diving into the project aspect of it. So today we are going to analyze sales using Excel pivot table and build what a simple dashboard. We'll be analyzing complete sales using Excel pivot table. Out there, we'll be analyzing company sales using pivot table. So what are we going to do today at the end of this? What I'm going to get today at the end of everything, we're going to learn how to analyze the sales now to create a pivot table. You're going to learn how to track business plans. You'll be learning how to build a simple dashboard. So that's what we have to do today. So let's wasting of our time. So this is a set. This is a raw data set. Firstly, I have to take this out. Be offended on this, I'll take it out. So show you what I did with that. So if you look at it from your end, you don't have the month, day, and year. So this is the data set. Before you started, I said something in my previous live section. Who can remind us? I said something about a data set given to you to work on. Nobody can say. If you know what I said on the previous section, please drop it on the comment section. I told us something before you can dive into working with a project. I told us something. We have to set. We have to understand structure of the data sets. So it's not that you're given the data set, you just jump into analysis, you start chart. You have to feel the data set. You have to know the details of data. You don't just jump into it. Like I said, what will be there is 4 areas, which I will just. So for some of us that are new, can easily see that. So this is into the how to analyze sales data, how to create pivot table, how to track business performance, and how to build a simple dashboard. It's not just a course I want to rush into. It's not just a project I want to rush us into. It's a project I want everybody to. It's a project I want every one of us to. It's not a project that will rush everyone. So I like to understand it and have the proper knowledge of what we are doing. So firstly, this is the raw data set. This is the raw file. So what are we going to do with this raw file? We'll be making duplicates of this file. Are we following? We'll be making duplicates of this file. Not just creating the dashboard. So I'm going to take this out. Then let's make it a raw file, raw data. So that is our raw data. So I told us in the last section, it's very important to have a duplicate of the raw data. Don't just start analyzing with the original data, you need to have what? The duplicate. You need to have a copy of your data. Please take note of that. Before you analyzing, before you start creating your pivot table, you must have what? A copy of original data. So these are original data. These are raw. Going to make a copy. To make a copy, you right click, then move or copy. So you can use this process to make a copy. There are still shortcuts on that. That is not what I'm teaching today. I can take out shortcuts on how to do this. But let's take it step by step. So for those that are just watching it for the first time, I'm going to go to that basic level. So you right click on the raw data if you want to make what? A duplicate. So you right click on the raw data, click move or copy. So click move or copy. You have this move selected sheets. You have copy. So you can create a copy, then move to the end. You can move your copy to the what? End. Then click OK. So this is the data we're using. So if you've done that, you can type on the comment section that I've done that. Please, like I said, like this section. Also, invite people that you feel one or two things from this live. You understand? One or two person you feel that it can be useful for them. Like I tell people that you must not be a data analyst before you can be doing this thing. You must not call yourself a data analyst before you can learn how to report. It's something we have to do day to day. We all have businesses we do. We all have things we do every day. How we spend our money is something you can put in an Excel sheet, Power BI to analyze, to visualize it. I spend this month. This is what I spend this week. It will help you to know how you spend every day. It helps you to be more organized. You understand? So it's not just that you must be a data analyst. It's not just for a data analyst. It's generally, everybody needs it. Everybody needs how to analyze things. You understand? Especially when it comes to data. So, what we are doing is not particularly for only data analysts or data scientists. No, it's generally for everybody. We all have businesses that we do. We all have things that we do that will require you that you should sit down and look at how much you spent so far in the last 3 months, what you've done in the last 3 months, how much that entered into your account, going out into your account. Those are the things that we're trying to let everybody. That it's not just a data analyst job. Everybody have what he or she does every month, every week. A proper record, you may have a little bit issue in your expenses and in your arrangement of what you do. Some of us, we don't know how much you spend per week. Some of us don't know how much you spend per month. That's why if you give you 100,000 or 200,000, you feel that you're earning big money. If you sit down and put it to or put it in a paper, you will see that what you are being paid is a peanut. By the time you see that you are even paying those that you feel that you are working for. You're paying them with your time, you're paying them with your strength, you're paying them with you're paying them with everything. So it's not just for a data, I put it out there, it's not just for a data analyst, it's for everybody. And begin to cross-check your daily activities. Like I said, what you spend, the money that is going out of your account, collect 300K that maybe our company is in Aja or Maryland, and you stay far distance. Let me just use the example of you stay in Ayobo or Yenepaja or these houses, then you're spending close to 2,000 naira per day for your transportation. So you have to sit down first. Don't think. Someone that don't think, like I said, you have to sit down and think, oh, how much am I per day? You put it down. You can have your, like I said, you can download Excel with your phone. You can put those things down, put those records down. It must not be that until you open, until you have a company, that is when you sit down with your phone and okay, it must not be like that. So this is for everybody. Anybody know that, oh, it can be of help to them, please share the live. It's free. Share the live to them. Then also they will understand and learn how to be more organized in their with their data and with their daily spending. Okay. So let's move on. Please, if you're enjoying the live section, please give a thumbs up. Let's move on. So, like I said, this is the data set. Our data set consists of, we have the order ID, we have date, we have products, we have category, region, sales, quantity, and costs. So this is what we have in our data sets. This is what we have in our sets. So like I said, we have what? We have order ID. These are the, we have order ID, we have dates, products, category, we have region, we have sales, quantity, and costs. This is what we have in our data sets. So please, if this, that means you are using a different data. That means you're not using the same data that we have section. So we'll be learning how to create a pivot table. But before that, we have to cross the sets to check if there are blank spaces. If we have enough, we have to check that. So how do we check that? You can put on your filter to do that, or you format as table. So, but in this section, I'm going to put on filter to check if there is any blank, so we can correct that. So let's first start with that. How do we get our filter table? Like I said, they are short to all this, but in this section, I will not be explaining those shortcuts because I'm also taking those that are starting from the scratch, those that don't have basic knowledge of it. So they can easily know where to click, how to navigate, and pick whatever they want to pick. So to get our filter, you can locate it under the editing group. That is from the home tab. So in Excel, we have the home tab, we have insert, we have draw. These are ribbons. Then we have groups of commands. So Excel is made up of ribbons and groups. So we have the tabs and we have the groups. So I'm going to pick the filter. So this is it. The shortcut is there. You can see that. Control plus Shift plus L. So for those who want to use shortcut for it, you can do that. But in this section, I'm not using the shortcut. So there will be a class for shortcut, how to tricks, to use tricks in Excel. So there are a lot of ways you can do something very fast, which we'll do in one of our classes, but not for today. Today is basically for a project. So let's put on the filter. So putting on the filter, now we can be able to check if there are missing values, if there is enough values or in this data set. So because a blank space or a give us an accurate result. So a data that is not clean, a data that is nowhere shaping, will not give you a proper. Let your dashboard be so beautiful. Let your dashboard better than anybody. Once the information inside is wrong, everything there is wrong. You understand? So sometimes you may have like beautiful dashboard, but empty analysis. Beautiful as anything else, but empty analysis. Empty, there's nothing to take from it, just the graphics. In data feed, it's not only about the graphics, it's about the information about the problem you're solving. You understand? So that's why you have to think as someone going into this field. So let's move on. So let's check the columns. So this we what we have inside. You can see that there's no blank. And here also, let's look at the date. So we have how many dates? We have 2 years. We have 2024, then 2013. So these are the 2 years we have from the data set. Then for the products, these are the categories of products we have. We have headphones, board, laptop, monitor, mouse, and printers. So we have the region. So we have 4 regions. We have the east, north, south, and west. So these are the regions we have. Then also we have the sales, we have quantity, then we have costs. I'm going to take this out. I'm going to take this column out. For those in this live session, if you have formatted up to this part, please comment I've done that. If you have formatted up to this part, If you have done exactly what I'm doing, please, I need comments on the same page with me. I'm waiting for a response. So, okay, let's move on. So, like I said, we've gone through data sets. So, the first thing I like us to do on this data set is to split the dates. How to split the dates into month, year, and day. So, to split that, we have what we call date function. So, under date function, we have month, we have year, day, quarter, and so on. So, in this our data set now, we have to split into different sections. So let's do that. So I have three columns for day, month, and year. So I'm going to highlight, then right click and insert. So you see that I've inserted what? 3 columns. So sorry, I'm going to take off the filter. So to take the filter off, go back again, then you can switch it off. So this section, I'll do this for day, then I will do this for months, then I will do this for year. So there are different ways we can bring out the day. There are different ways we can use flash fill, we can use the month function, and also the year function. So I'm going to show us the two. If you're using flash fill, you just type example of what you want. So I have to make it general. So you come to the next cell, then you can flash fill very fast. So this is flash fill. This is not using the, I'm doing the function. Day is 6. Day is 26. So sorry for that. Let me get out 26. Then flash fill. So you can see that without using the function, using flash fill, it makes your work to be very fast. Very fast. So we can do that for month, for year, and so on. So let's use the normal function. Plus day, then the dates. So see what we have here. Then general, then autofill. So we have our day. Please look at it very well. Equals the address, which is B2. To the month. So the month function, then same process. Then you have to convert to general. Then you can autofill. So this is for month function. You see that months. Then this is. Then let's look at the year. Equals year. Then this year function. Then you can change it to general. Get that, then autofill. So that is that. So you can see that. Don't forget, I showed you how to use a flash fill. Show you how to use flash fill, how to make use of the function also. Which one do you prefer? Tell me the one you prefer on the comment section. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer using this or using the flash fill? Do you prefer using this or the flash fill? Nobody? Which do you prefer? This or the flash fill? I showed you two ways you can do that. You can use flash fill or you make use of the function, the date function. Please, if you have not liked this live, please like the. So does that. If you need a full training on data analysis, data science, you can text or you chat me up, you drop a message, or you go to techtrinity.com, then make your inquiry in that platform or on the website. You can make your inquiry. So I'm going to type my details down. So for those that want to contact me for maybe more explanation of what I'm doing, or those that don't have any understanding, they want to like pick a call, we are open. So you can. So that is our website, and that is my email. So you have my email, then drop my number also, so you can reach out if you have any question. So if you have any question, you can reach out. Then if you want to enroll for a full package of our courses, of our training, mentorship, and certificates included, and also on job application, we are open for that. So let's move on. Now that we have created or splitted the month, day, and year, so we have to insert our pivot table. We have to insert our pivot table. So the last section I told us what you have to look up to when working with pivot. This analysis, we're going to insert step by step, start analyzing and analyzing. So let's move on. Pivot table, you click inside sets. You click inside the data set. So the mistake some beginners do is that when they are inserting a pivot table, what did they do? They click outside the box, outside the table, data, which is very wrong, very, very wrong. So it's going to tell you that it's outside the range. So each time you want to insert a pivot table as a beginner, make sure your is pointing inside the data set, inside the table. Make sure you're clicking inside. Make sure you're clicking data. I also like to know how many of us are on this meet. You'll not be getting what we are doing or your loss. Please let me know. If you're getting it, let me know on the comment section, please. And if you're not following up, or you feel that it's not explaining better, or I'm getting confused, you can also reach out, like I said, so we can explain better to you. So let's move on. So like I said, there are ways you can insert a pivot table. So in this section, we have insert into an existing sheet, or you can insert into new worksheet. You can insert into an existing sheet or a new worksheet. So how do you insert into an existing sheet? It's very simple. Very simple. Then come to insert. So this is the pivot table. You can see that easily arrange and summarize complex data in a pivot table. So it helps you to easily arrange, it helps summarize complex data in a table. Here, you don't have to formulas. You don't have to cram formulas in this aspect. You don't have to cram formulas. So just learn how to use it. So let's move on. So have two ways, like I said, to insert the pivot table. So here we have new worksheet, then we have existing works. So looking at it, my table has been highlighted. My table has been what? Highlighted. My pivot table has been highlighted. Like I said previously, if you click outside the table, you will have an error, something like this. If you click outside here, you see, the range is not selected. Can you see that? There is no range selected. So beginner, take note of that. Take note of that. So make sure you click inside the active table. Make sure you click inside active table. So you can insert the pivot table on a new or existing sheet. Let's talk about new or existing sheet. Once you click on the new sheet, Excel worksheet. Then if you click an existing worksheet, you have an existing sheet that you want to place in this pivot table. That is the difference between both. You want to add this pivot table into an already existing sheet. So I'm going to show you a new sheet. Like I said, what I'm doing is project. I'm trying to a little bit better for a proper or a better understanding. So, and also we have add this to data model. This is when you move into the advanced part of it. This is when you move into the advanced part of it. So you create your relationship dealing with, create your relationship from there. Then if you want to do advanced account, you can do that also under data model. So click on a new sheet. So this is where I am now. If you're on the same page, please give a thumbs up. If you're the same page with me, give a thumbs up. If you're on the same page with me, give a thumbs up. So move on. So let's. So the first thing I'd like us to look at in this project, we have to look at how the sales are performing. We have to look at how the profits, the strength, the products, and what, and the yield. Also, we also have to look at key indicators. We also have to look at what, the key indicators. Are we on the same page? Like I said, if you're on the same page with me, give a thumbs up so I know that we are on the same page. So this is how to what? To insert a pivot table in a new sheet. So I'm going to name this pivot table analysis. So I'm going to name that pivot table analysis. So all necessary analysis will be doing it under this pivot table analysis. We'll be making it under this pivot table analysis. If you're enjoying this live, give us a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying it, tell me that you're not enjoying it. If you're enjoying it, give a thumbs up. Okay. So firstly, I'd like us to look at the year and the sales. Let's look at how they are performing yearly. Are we together? Look at how sales are performing yearly. How the sales are performing yearly. Based on the sales, the quantity, the costs, and the profits. Are we together? Based on what? Based on the sales, the quantity, the costs, and the profits. So let's dive into it. So these are pivot table. Then this is our year. So you move it to row. So in 4 parameters here, we have the filter parameter, we have column, we have rows, we have filter for filtering, we have the column, we have the rows, and we have the values. So this is the year. We have 2023 and 2024. We have 2 years from our data set. So we have to look at for the sales, the quantity, the sum of costs, and the profit. So looking at it, mainly looking at it on this data set, we don't have what profit. It means we have to create what? A calculated measure for our profits. It means we have to create what? A calculated measure for. So firstly, let's pick the ones we have. So we have the sales, we have the quantity, we have the costs. So something I'd like you to know when working on pivot table, So here we have the row label. It can be corrected. How do we correct the row label? So you come to design tab, and it shows what? The tabular form. So you can see that it has been corrected. So now we have here, we have our sum of sales, we have sum of quantity, we have sum of costs. So like before I move on, this is not just a one night YouTube section. Okay, in this section, we continue from that next week. Tune in every Wednesday. Every Wednesday. So before I move into any other project, I must complete this one. Before I move into any other project, this one we are doing must be completed. I'm going to do it from um, analyzing, creating, then reporting, making our reports with it. Just building dashboard, but solving the problem with it. Okay, so this is what we have. We have the year, we have the sales, then we have the total costs, and so on. So let's move on. So how do we add our profits? We don't have the profits. How do we add profits? How do we add the profit to the, how do we add the profit to the table? Anybody in the section? How do we add the profits to the table? Who can tell us how to do that? How do we add profits to the table? Anybody? Anybody in the house? You can drop it on the chat. How we can add, it's a live section, so you can drop it. How we can add profits to our table. You can drop it on the comment section. So this is how to create profits. I know I have experts. I have my experts in the house. So if you know how we're going to do that, please let me know. How can we add bits? Okay, so let's move on to create calculated field. So this is create calculated field. The field name, let's give it profits. Then how do we get profits? Let's say we have our sales. We have our sales minus we have costs, then add. So we've done that. We've added that. So you can see that is the profits. That is how to add the profits. For those that didn't see that, this is it. I'll go back again. For those that didn't see that, calculated field. So calculated field, I'm not going to click OK again because I've done that already. So you rename the field name to profit. Then for calculating profit, you use sales. So you can pick sales from here. You can pick from here. Then insert. Then minus. Then pick your what? Your costs. So this process will give you what? Your profits. This is how you calculate your profits. This is how you calculate your profits. This is how you calculate your profits. So now looking at it, you're able to see how profits or how profitable the company is. This company. You're able to see how profitable this company is. So any question from the chat? Any question? Any question? No question? So that means we move on. Nobody dropping any comments. Nobody. That means we all are good at what I just explained. So this is how to get what the profits. So we have the profit now. Don't forget, the profit is not given initially. What we have here on costs, quantity, sales. The profit is not given initially. So we have to create what? Our measures for it. We have to create the measure for what? For the profits. We have to create for profits. So that is that. How the profits, how profitable the company is. So next analysis I like us to do is a monthly trend. So I'm going to show something. Initial run I explained someone said, are we going to treat everything related to Excel tonight? That is a big everything related to Excel tonight. You can't treat everything related to Excel tonight. It's something we have section and sections are. Okay, something we do every Wednesday. So every Wednesday, make sure you put on your notification. It's 7 p.m. And just make sure you tune in on your notification. Subscribe to the channel so it will be able to like update or give you a reminder before the live. So Excel is wide. It's not something you just finish tonight. And what we are doing is not just going live. It's a lot of people online. So, like I said, anywhere I'm stopping is where I'm stopping for today, not the end of the project. We'll continue again the following week. Keep doing it. You'll move on to the next project. In this live, we had Python project, R project, machine learning, Tableau, SQL. They just started with Excel now. Excel is our first project that we are starting with. So, anywhere we'll stop from this section, we'll move on to the next section. So what I just did now is creating a measure for profit, creating for the profit. The profit was not given to us before. So take note, profit was not given to us before. So we created the measure for it. We created the measure for the profits. Let's so did I answer your question, sir? Or did I answer your question? Is that okay? Good. So in my previous when I started, I told us that we have two ways we can create um, pivot table. And we have two ways we can create it. So the second process is, I don't like going through that process, but I like to show you. So going through that process, what I do is that I will copy this, I'll copy and paste. I will copy and paste, but I won't like going through that process. I don't like going through that process. And secondly, I advise also, if you're working with analysis also, you try using different sheets. If you use one sheet, it's still advisable, but I prefer working with different sheets. So why I'm going to use a single sheet on this one is because what I'm analyzing is not that deep. It's not deep. So what I'm analyzing is not deep. That's why I'll be using um, a single sheet. That's why I'll be using a single sheet. So this is the second process. 1 minute. We have few minutes to the end of this section. We have few minutes to the end of this section. So let's move on. A new then existing sheets. Existing. Some people don't know how to use these existing sheets. Some people don't know how to make use of the existing sheets. So insert, then click existing sheet. Then you have to select the location. So I'm going to select the pivot table analysis, which is this. Then the area in which you want to insert the pivot. So I'm going to insert it here. Let me go down. Let me insert it here. Then click OK. So this is how to use it when inserting it into an existing sheet. So for me, I take this process. I take like a long process. So instead of going through this route, you can just easily copy this, then you paste, then take everything out that you don't want. You will still have your pivot table. Can you see that? So you don't have to go through that process. You don't have to go through the process of going to insert, then go to the data and inserting again. You don't have to do that. Okay? So whichever way that you master, it's okay. Whichever one you master on how to do, you're good to go. So let's go on to the next question. So don't forget what we have done now. We've done total sales by year. And also we calculated what? A profit measure. Calculated a profit measure. The next one, which is the last one for tonight. For tonight, make sure you save this. Like I said, make sure you save this so you can go back to it and refresh before the next section. So the next one we'll be looking at is the trend, the sales trend analysis, monthly sales trend analysis. That's what we are doing now, monthly sales trend analysis. So let's look at it. So we'll do it month and year. We're going to do this by month and by. So let's take the months. So we have months. We have this as the months. Then let's take the year. This as the year. Okay. So we have year. So then take the sales. This is the sales. So you can see. So this is the performance of the sales. This is the performance based on the months and years. So we have to format this pivot table. So how do you format it? Click on design, then to report layout and show in tabular form. Show it tabular form. So now you're able to see month, year, and grand total. Month, year, and grand total. Then if you don't want the month in numbers, you can also do it in names. You can do the month name. You can do name. Let's go back to the data set. Then let's insert. Then give it month name. So we can do month name. One minute. So you can do the month name using text function. So I need it in a short form. I need a short form. That is monthly. So if you want it like this, it's okay also. We don't want it as number. So you can go back to your analysis, then go to your pivot table and refresh. So I'm going to take out this and use this. So you can see that that is the month's name. So I'm going to stop on this part. So strength analysis monthly. So this is why I will stop in this section. Please, if you enjoy everything tonight, please give a share. So we'll continue again on Wednesday. Please save your work, save your work, save your work, and stay active. Make sure you comment and put on your notification so that you won't miss out. So by next section, we'll look at what we've done so far. Look at some insight of what we've done so far before we go on to the next. Okay, so see you guys next week Wednesday, same channel. So please don't miss out. And if you're not on the WhatsApp group, if you're not on the group, please reach out to me. The phone number is there. If you're not on the WhatsApp group, so you can be added to the WhatsApp group. And also, if you need a master training on this, from basic Excel, the Excel function, Excel sorting, subtotal, formatting, formulas in Excel, texture formulas, VBA, advanced pictures. If you need a solid background of Excel, you can also reach out. Then we have packages for it. So see you guys, see everybody next week Wednesday. Thank you everyone. See you guys next week. Joining.